welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Myrna Akasha, and every Saturday I sit here and I talk to you about art, productivity, and how life actually looks like as a full-time artist. No fluff, no pretending, just real conversation about how to build a creative life. And today's video is a very personal one. I'm sharing how I went from being a kid who just wanted to know how to draw with no chance to go to art school to becoming a professional art instructor who actually gets paid for it. So if you ever felt like you are behind or that you've missed your chance, this one's for you. So like I said, I didn't go to a fancy art school. No formal education, no fancy studio, no expensive supplies, and definitely no one sitting me down and saying, "Whoa, you're so talented, you should be an artist." Well, to be fair, some told me that I'm talented, but it was always followed by, "But art is just a hobby, so what do you really want to be when you grow up?" And I was just a teenager who really wanted to draw, but felt completely lost. I didn't know what to practice, I didn't even know what mattered, and I didn't know why my drawings never looked the way it did in my head. And yet, here I am. Today I'm a professional art instructor. I teach people how to draw, and yes, people actually pay me for it. So if you have ever thought, "I'm too late, I missed my chance," wait for a second, because I'm taking you where it really started. When I first started drawing, I was bad. Real bad. Not beginner bad, but bad. My proportions was wrong. My hands looked broken. Faces never looked like faces. And my lines were shaky because I didn't trust my hands. What made it even worse was that I could see what was wrong, but I didn't know how to fix it. And that gap between what you imagine and what you draw is where most people quit. I wanted to quit too, but instead I got curious. I started copying drawings I liked, not to post them, not to show them to anyone, just to understand how they were made. I watched free videos online over and over again. I posted them, I rewatched them, I drew along with them. Sometimes I would even draw the same thing 10 times in a row. Not because it was fun, it definitely was not, but because I wanted it to make sense. There was no shortcuts, no easy tutorials, no draw this in 5-minute tricks, just repetition and a lot of practice. And that's right here takes us to something that people don't talk about enough: the slow, invisible progress. For a long time, it feels like nothing is happening. You practice, you try, and your drawings still look bad. But believe me, something is happening. Your eyes learning before your hand catch up. Your brain is collecting information. And that's something that I actually tell my student over and over again. Something is happening, even when it doesn't show in paper yet. And then, one day, almost out of nowhere, something actually changed. And you can see it. Because at some point, my hand actually started to listen to me. Became more confident. My shapes started feeling intentional. I wasn't guessing as much anymore. I finally understood why things looked wrong, and more importantly, how to fix them. And that's when I had the realization that changed everything for me. Drawing isn't a talent. It's not a gift you are born with. Drawing is a skill, and skills can be trained. That realization alone kept me going when motivation didn't. So how I went from learning to actually teaching. Fast forward a few years, I wasn't just drawing anymore. I was understanding. And when you understand something deeply, you can explain it. So I started teaching, helping people who were exactly where I once was, frustrated, overwhelmed, and even doubting themselves. Today, art is not just something that I love, it's my profession. And it's actually so crazy to say out loud. I get paid to teach something that I once struggled with. Not because I'm special, not because I had advantage, because I definitely did not, but because I showed up consistently when it was uncomfortable, when it was boring, when it felt like I'm not improving at all. And that takes us to why most people don't make it. Most people don't fail at art because they can't draw. They fail because they expect fast results, they compare themselves to professionals, they jump from one tutorial to another, they practice without direction, and they quit right before progress shows up. They rely on motivation, but motivation fades. Discipline doesn't. So here is the truth. There is more free online art education today than any artist in history ever had. More than I had. More than most professionals had growing up. You don't need expensive tool, you don't need art school, and I stand by it. You don't need permission, and you definitely don't need talent. You need discipline and consistency. So let's get serious. Here's your action plan. So first, let's be very clear. No sugarcoating here. If you want to reach a professional level, or even just a level where you are proud of your art, this is what you do. Step 1. Master foundation, not styles. Style come last. Focus on lines, shapes, proportions, perspective, and basic anatomy. One at a time. Step 2. Practice intentionally. Pick one skill. Set a timer, 20-30 minutes. Repeat the same exercises until you get it. Understanding beats quantity. Step 3. Guys, use references with no guilt. References trains your eye. Imagination comes after a lot of observation. And every professional use references. Step 4. Study, don't just watch. Slow videos down. Pause them, draw along. Ask, why does this work? Passive watching does not build skill. Step 5. Choose consistency over intensity. 30 minutes every day will beat 5 hours once every blue moon. This is how you build your skill. Step 6. Accept the ugly phase. Your work will look bad, and that's normal. It doesn't mean that you're not improving. It means that you are in the learning phase. And if you stay long enough, your work will catch up. And here's the truth. If I could teach myself how to draw as a confused teenager and turn it into a career as an adult, you can do it too. Start messy, start scared, start imperfect, but start today. Because the skills you want tomorrow are built by the work you avoid today. I hope you start getting your goals seriously. You can get whatever you start working for. So that was all for today's video. If this video helped you even a little, like, and don't forget to subscribe. Only if you want to learn how to draw without confusion, pressure, or overwhelm. And tell me in the comments, where are you in your art journey right now? I will see you next Saturday in a new video. Bye!